In the distant eons before recorded history, a supreme entity descended upon the fledgling earth, full of primordial essence of mana. In this wellspring of arcane power, the first humans were shaped, fashioned in the likeness of their divine creator, and imbued with the spark of magic. Under the tutelage of the godlike being, embryonic civilizations arose, their peoples harnessing the fundamental forces with a mere exercise of will. Magnificent cities were raised, their spires and towers a resplendent display of humanity's mastery over the elements. But as their dominion over mana grew, so too did the insidious seeds of greed and hubris take root. What began as wondrous acts of creation descended into the perversion of nature's laws, as rival factions vied for supremacy. Cataclysmic forces were unleashed, scarring the primordial earth and nearly extinguishing all life. In the wake of this devastation, the Supreme Being withdrew, abandoning its errant children to the ravages they had wrought. Eons passed as mana's primeval fires dwindled, dispersing across the massive populations that arose in the wake of the ancient apocalypse. Though the world rebuilt from its ashes, the arts of magic receded into the mists of legend and fable. Then, the sleek terrors descended from the stars, catching the unsuspecting masses in the throes of complacency. Advanced technologies rendered humanity's crude weapons ineffectual, and within breathtaking months, the once mighty species was nearly scoured from existence. Yet in this nadir of desperation, a miraculous awakening began to stir in the beleaguered survivors. Like a flickering candle in the smothering dark, mana's primordial spark found fertile ground in those battered remnants. From ashes of the ages-dead empires, a new arcane flowering took root. But as the fledgling magic wielders rallied, past schisms resurfaced. Some yearned to embrace the primal mana as a means of liberation, while others eyed it as a path to subjugation. With the alien threat looming, moral boundaries were tested as never before, driving the precarious factions to unspeakable acts in the name of survival. Noble aspirations came at horrific costs as unspeakable acts in the name of survival. Noble aspirations came at horrific costs as the primal forces amplified the basest of human impulses. Like a contagion, the reawakened mana spread through the tattered remnants of humanity. More and more unlocked the ability to wield the arcane energies, but unity remained elusive. Militant factions arose, some vowing to defeat the alien scourge at any cost, while others saw an avenue to power through capitulation. These traitorous cohorts yearned to bargain their newfound might in exchange for favored status under alien rule. The widening schism erupted in open conflict, magical powers clashing in gruesome conflagrations that culled human lives as readily as the alien onslaught. Unspeakable atrocities were committed by those driven to depravity and those striving for noble ends alike. The desperately fought battles exacted a staggering toll, decimating the newly realized sorcerers with as much zeal as they slew those who betrayed their own kind. Finally, after unimaginable loss, the human faithful purged the last of the turncoat collaborators. United, their formidable mystical forces repelled the invading alien armadas from the scorched surface of Earth. Yet the costly victory was fleeting, as the vanquished foes rained devastation from orbiting dreadnoughts. But time was on humanity's side once more. With each passing cycle, more unlocked their command of the primordial mana. Intricate defenses and arcane weaponry were feverishly developed to counter the orbital threats. Slowly, inexorably, the once defenseless world became an impregnable bastion, fortified by the rediscovered powers of the ancients. At last, the relentless barrages from the heavens fell silent. The alien menace still loomed in the cold void between stars, but their efforts to subjugate or extinguish the humans had been thwarted. An uneasy détente settled over the scarred planet, as Mana's resurgent progeny steeled themselves to safeguard their hard-won salvation, forever vigilant against the next existential threat.